Yeah, talking about gross domestic product, there are some main sectors that supporting Indonesia's GDP in 2019. Some of them are industry or manufacture and agriculture. In this infographic segment, I would like to present to you some data about some sectors as main contributors to Indonesia's GDP. As you can see, these are the list of main contributors of Indonesia's GDP. The first one is industry, the contribution to the GDP as much as 19.2%, agribusiness 13.45%, trade 13.02%, construction 10.6%, and mining contributed to Indonesia's GDP in the third quarter of 2019 as much as 6.92%. This one is taken from the Statistical Bureau Agency's data. Indonesia's non-gas and oil processing industry plays an important role in accelerating the country's economic development as it brings positive domino effects such as an increase in value added of domestic raw materials, job opportunities, and foreign exchange earnings from exports. In addition, domestic manufacturing sector also gives the biggest contribution to taxes and excises. Meantime, the growth of agricultural sector compared to the same period grew by 3.08% year-on-year. And however, the growth experienced a decrease at the third quarter in 2019, which was at the level of 3.66%. Statistical Bureau Agency noted that the cause of the decrease was the prolonged dry season, which was affected plants' productivity. As one of the main contributors to economic growth, government implementing some strategies to boost agriculture sectors. What are those? Let's see the next data. This is the efforts that had been implemented by government to boost agriculture or agribusiness sector. The first one is easiness in export permission through online single submission, increasing millennials' awareness in doing agribusiness sector, implementing proactive approach to exporter, e-certificate for exported commodities, and I-MAZE or Indonesia Maps of Agriculture Commodity Exports. Agriculture is a key sector to feed the Indonesia's growing population that is expected to reach 390 million by 2045. It shows that agriculture sector in Indonesia is one of the most vibrant and dynamic sectors. Yet the sector has been facing a significant challenge due to the aging of farming population. As the industry's workers are growing old, less and less young people are continuing farming practices. The Ministry of Agriculture reported in 2013 that most farmers in Indonesia were above 45 years old. On a similar note, Statistics Indonesia on the same year revealed a worrisome fact showing negative trends of labor participation in the agriculture sector from 2008 to 2012. The lowest participation rate has shown in the group of young people aged 15 to 29 years old. The report also showed that the number of Indonesian farmers is declining steadily by 1.4%. Without farmer regeneration, we put the future of food security and the sustainability of agriculture at risk. So it is important to make millennials interested in agriculture sector. In terms of value, there is a sector in agriculture that contribute a lot to the state income, that is crude palm oil sector. And this is the data about countries with the largest CPO plantation area. We have Indonesia with the amount of planting or CPO planting area as much as 11.8 million hectares, Malaysia 5.4 million hectares, Nigeria 2.5 million hectares, Thailand 0.8 million hectares, and Colombia 0.48 million hectares. This one is taken from the United States Department of Agriculture in 2009. Palm oil production is important to the economy of Indonesia, as the country is the world's biggest producer and consumer of the commodity, providing about half of the world's supply. In 2016, Indonesia produced over 34.5 million tons of palm oil and exported nearly 73% of it. Oil palm plantations stretch across 12 million hectares and is projected to reach 13 million by 2020, and occupying world's largest CPO market. As in India, Indonesia is competing with Malaysia. And that's it for infographics presentation. And in fulfilling global market needs of CPO, it is globally agreed that every CPO producers, including Indonesia, to implement sustainable agriculture practices to make the world to be a better place. And this infographic segment closes our market headlines today. Please enjoy our next program on IDX Channel, Your Trustworthy Economic, Business and Capital Market Channel. I'm Wiki Adrian. Have a nice evening.